What's up, everybody? F4LESS Roller here. We just got back from the Southeast Minnesota Pigeon Show. It's like 3, almost 4 o'clock now, and we're throwing up the kit. This is my kit of 2023s, trying to get them back in condition. And they are flying good height. Oh my goodness. If competition was today, this would be the day that they're flying perfect height. But they're not fed to perform. A lot of these birds are still super fat from the winter feed. So they're not fully back yet, but couldn't be more happier with what they're doing. And this is all I really need them to do right now. It's still too cold to adjust the feed, still too cold to cut back on feed. So as long as they're flying, that's all I really need them to do right here. The show was nice. It was nice seeing the guys again. A few guys in the club for sure. It's good to catch up and whatnot. But yeah, we're putting up the birds. We are just getting home, but I gotta put them up, guys. Need to see what they are capable of. I haven't fed them to perform yet, so they're still not up to par on that. But I think once it gets a little warm here, I'm gonna start switching them up on feed so that they start hitting it. But right now, they're just still fat. They're still fat. And it's okay, I'm not frustrated with them. I was getting frustrated with them, but they started to kid up right away. It only took them one day of kind of scattering around, and then boom, the second day they went back into kidding like this. So I've been flying them like this for a while, but I noticed that they're kind of freaking out too with the new, haven't been out for a while, so they're kind of freaking out. They're not flying as relaxed yet, but once they do, it'll be interesting to see what they can do. But yeah, I just thought I'd post up and see how everybody's doing. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Just do a quick video for you guys while the birds are still eating, and then hopefully soon here, migrating birds freaking out the kit. But yeah, it was good to see some of the guys at the show. I'm not showing any birds. Maybe later on, who knows. I always kind of figure, I can never set a date and make it happen. Not with the family, kids get sick and whatnot. So it's hard for me to commit to a show and be, oh, today I'm gonna show birds, But if shows allowed people to bring in birds the day of, man, maybe I could start, if I decide I could make it, it'd be nice to grab a few birds and support those clubs that want to show. But haven't been able to do that. A lot of times they want you to fill out forms and whatnot and send it 2-3 weeks ahead of time and whatnot, so they get a head count. And it's sometimes stuff like that I just cannot commit to it, so I don't do any showing because of that. But I'm hoping here pretty soon that I'll be able to put something up and shows for fun. It's great going out there handling different birds. A lot of different judges have different opinions on different body types, muscle, build, materials that they think is good in a roller pigeon. As you all know, there's not really a standard written about a roller pigeon. The standard is right here in the sky. And a lot of times, we can't get the option to see that. So, when people are doing shows, then you can't show them in the sky like that. But you know, when you put them in a cage and you try to handle them on the ground, there's not really a standard for the ground. I've judged, I think 4 times already on shows, and all you can really do is do your best to be honorable towards everybody. Every bird that you handle, you want to handle it with care, and you want to make sure, you know, if you were to think of a roller pigeon, what would that roller pigeon look like, right? And it used to be, oh yeah, people didn't like bulleye, so any bulleye birds are taken out of the show right away, or stuff like that, you know, nitpick. And you really got to nitpick when it comes down to showing, and you're the judge. But I've learned to really enjoy the bulleye birds. So I've got away from that mindset when I first started, you know, kind of got that from almost every judge that I knew, okay? And I'm not saying every judge did it, but a lot of them wanted to see a crisp, clean eye. And with the bulleye bird, you couldn't see it, you know? So it was kind of one of them deals where it's kind of brushed off. So for a minute there, you know, I remember hearing from one person to another, you want that crisp, clean eye. You want to see the color, the brightness, and everything. And the bulleye birds, you just don't have it. So it's just something to think about. And you know, like, moved away from that. Now I kind of enjoy the bulleye birds more and more. I don't think there are any flaws to the bulleye birds at all. So I've kind of, I guess, myth busted that theory, at least here in my loft. So I no longer follow that theory at all. I like my birds just to, you know, feel nice in the hand and just enough muscle and whatnot. But you know, everybody judges their birds differently. So it's all like judging birds in competition flies, you know. Everything is opinionated. Every judge is gonna judge a little different. They're gonna see a little different from one to the next. Sometimes, you know, there's a big gap of difference. Sometimes there's not. But you know, you do your best to make sure everybody is treated equal. So that's all you can really do. But yeah, guys, sorry, just kind of blabbling on about show birds. We're not really showing birds here, we're just flying birds. But got back home, feeding the birds and throwing up the kit. So nothing special yet. Definitely gonna be flying in the World Cup here pretty soon. Pretty excited. This is not gonna be the kit flying in the World Cup, but who knows, if they turn it on, they might be. You know, shoot, I like the chemistry. I mean, look at that. Now that's a kit bird. Yeah, guys, that's a kit. To me, that's a kit right there. You know, I don't care what anybody got to say, but if you're out here with me watching this, I mean, that's a tight kit. Look at that from a distance. Woo, baby, that's a kit right there. That's what you want to see. You know, but once you start putting the spin into it, it changes it up a little bit too. So I want to see how these birds will mature in the roll. There's definitely a few in here that I know can rip it up pretty good. But being fat and being fit, it's going to be a little bit more challenging to get them to do it. But it's okay, you know, it's still cold. We've been lucky to get this 50 degrees in January, February, or start of February here. But I have a feeling the cold snap is going to come back. And when it does, you know, the birds are gonna need to be fattened up. So I don't want to overwork them. Okay, and the whole point of flying birds is for conditioning reasons only. Okay, they're not gonna be pushed to their full potential because they're gonna lose all that body fat that they need to stay warm. So I have a feeling we're gonna get cold snap here pretty soon. So I don't trust it until, I would say, mid-March. Then I'll believe it. But this weather right now, we will enjoy it as we get it. But I will not be on board the whole way through yet. So I'm not flying them hard, and I'm not flying them to perform. And I'm just basically conditioning birds. And when they're conditioned, they can do this for, you know, like 45 minutes to an hour or two. That's when they tell me they're ready to go into work. So to me, I just like to have my birds do this when they're not fed to perform, and I'm glad it's working for them right now. But you know, it's gonna be interesting watching them descend because I think they're gonna be popping it when they're coming down though. This kicker really rock it if they wanted to, and that's also why I locked them down, because I like what I was seeing in them before I lock them down. I would say, shoot, majority all of these birds in here are in the roll already, so they should not disappoint. But you know, we will see. Competition is going to be the day it counts, right? So hopefully they can do it on the day that count, but hopefully I don't screw up training either. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, guys, F4LESS roller, we out.